just made my bed. How are you? I don't know if you can see with this light, but let's see. Ooh, yeah, there you go. How did this happen? I'll show you how it happened. Okay, this is how it happened. I like to do this. I'm gonna take off my slippers. I like to do this, and then anyway, so that's what I did, but I misjudged the distance and I went right into the wall. There's a wall right there, and my face made a dent in the wall. It didn't break a hole or anything, but there's a slight indent, and that was my face. It was surprising. I think I got slapped by the wall, and I got slapped by the wall. And you know, it doesn't hurt right away. At first I was like, am I dead? Because I definitely think diving headfirst into a wall could break your neck. I'm pretty sure that could have happened. And yeah, but I'm okay. And nobody hit me. Although today, on my way to work, this man asked me if I wanted to see his .22. I think he was saying .22 caliber. I did not want to see that, so I kind of just gave him a weird look and kept walking and shook my head no at the same time. But yeah, it was kind of like, what the heck? So anyways, I wanted to make a video because I had a thought. I was thinking about what cities are, and I was like, why do we live in cities? And I realized that what it really comes down to, I'm pretty sure, is grocery stores. We all need to get to the grocery store. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we live here because we want to go to a grocery store. Because everything else you don't really need. I mean, it is nice to live near a doctor, but not 100% necessary day-to-day living. And look at this lighting. I'm a sunshine. I'm a ray of sunshine. Look at this. Where am I going? I'm disappearing. I'm here. I never really left. I was here the whole time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you can see too, but like, look at. Oh, you can't really see them that well. That's too bad. There are rainbows all over the place. They're everywhere. Anyways, so there's rainbows all over the place. And yeah, so sorry, back to cities. Pretty sure the main reason is grocery store. I don't think there's, but it's strange because we live in cities because we need each other. And it's a lot easier to do everything you need to do so you survive when there's a lot of people around you. So we each kind of play our own independent role, but very alone. Like, I don't know. I'm very, I find it isolating as like a common thread of what I've been thinking about these days. And I don't want to, I'm like, because what really made me think of it was that in one of my last videos, I was like, maybe I should just move to a small town. But how the heck am I going to find a club and a community if I lessen the number of people around me? Like, that doesn't compute quite. There's something not quite right with that. I'm like, I don't necessarily think it's going to be easier to feel a sense of community when you take less people. Like, I don't know. Of course, you know, it's easier to get to know 10 people than it would be to get to know like hundreds. But I'm just kind of like, what the heck? Like, we all live here, but we never see each other. But we live close. We live real close to each other, independently. We're living tightly packed, but independently, so that we can go to the grocery store. And of course, with all of that, you get all these jobs, right? Like, you need houses, so there's construction jobs. You need healthcare, so there's healthcare jobs. You need clothes, so there's retail, and there's transportation of all those goods coming in, and I guess some of the goods going out, because usually cities have some industry, like a steel industry or timber or something, outside of the people themselves. So it supports an economy of a city. But yeah, I think we live here so that we can go to a grocery store. I think that's the bottom line. I'm pretty sure. And like, imagine if we all just figured out how to garden really well so that we could just garden our backyards, because not a lot of people, at least not in my neighborhood, use their backyards. They're pretty, and I wish, I'm actually really fortunate because I live in a very beautiful neighborhood compared to the new suburbs, for sure. The new suburbs are very flat and all the houses look the same. My suburb wasn't flat, so it must have been a pain to design for, but that's my job. I design sewers. So that would have been hard it would have been harder. When everything's flat, it's a lot easier to design stuff. Yeah, a lot easier. So I am kind of like looking at the backyards, and I'm like, I wish I could just take away everyone's fences and it was the norm that you could walk in between like all the beautiful trees, because it's not quite a forest, right? It's a very Alice in Wonderland vibe, like when she's at the queen, the red queen, the Queen of Hearts, has a specific taste in gardening and making it's like a French Renaissance, but like very dystopian, but in a good way. And actually, that's kind of what the suburbs remind me of. If you could take away all the fences and just walk in between, like imagine if each person still maintained their backyard, but anyone was allowed to walk in that area and just enjoy the natural ambiance of it. If we designed subdivisions so that was like the norm, like that you have your house, people don't generally come in and out of your house, but in between all the buildings is free game, but you still have to maintain, and like you want to, because it's like your general main area to hang out and like have a barbecue, but you can welcome to go in between. That way, if I'm having a barbecue and you are friends with me, you could just walk over and maybe bring some hot dogs with you. If you don't have hot dogs, that's okay, because I have extra hamburgers. I think that would be beautiful. I really do. That would be nice to have that happening all the time. I mean, I understand that people are like, but that's my property. That's my swimming pool. You can't just come in here and go swimming. I paid for that. Yeah, I mean, valid. Valid. If someone could expand on this idea to make it more realistic, shoot for that. Because I'm just like looking at the Alice in Wonderland dystopia that I want right now, and I'm like, come to me. I'm an artist after all, am I not? I am. And I want good art all the time. All the time. So, yeah, comment if you have ideas, and if you disagree with me, that's okay. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I haven't thought of something that is like a really valid point, and please point that out. Please. Because we are co-creating this reality together. We really are. If you went to school after high school, you chose what you wanted to study, or maybe your parents heavily influenced you, but you manifested that. Like, I had a friend who went to a university in a different province, and she chose that. She gave herself that experience. We all give ourselves experiences that we choose, and we co-create some of that stuff together, like roads. Roads is a co-creation. Suburbs, and not only are we co-creating with each other right now, but we co-create with the past as well. I mean, somebody somewhere along the lines, suburbs came from somewhere, and that was passed along. Like, that's history. I'm not a history buff, but it is a very important thing to understand, because you can be like, oh, well, that became because of this and that. And it's very useful to understand history and to take a good look at it. But history is like pretty, I mean, as time goes on, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's always growing. There's a lot of information there. And it's ever expanding information. But yeah, I think that we live, okay, you probably can see them now, can't you? Look how many there are. I manifested that. Why? Because I put a prism in my window. Where is it? Oh, you can't really see because of the light. My glass orb. Remember it? It's in a different video where I talk about it having a Christmas spirit, because those are where my memories of that Christmas day are stored. Yeah, so Christmas and puppies and Alice in Wonderland dystopians. Ooh, I love it. 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 I want it. I want us to take away fences. Let's just take away the fences. Let's just do it. Let's just see what happens if we do it. We could put them back later if we don't like it. Let's try it. You want to try it? Let's try it. And I have more ideas than just fences. Yeah, no more fences. Let's just not do it. Let's just try something else. Like how I come in and out of frame. That's how I feel about life, to be honest. I don't always feel like I'm here, which is weird because I always am here. But sometimes, just like how in this light I've disappeared, sometimes I feel as though I'm coming in and out of my life, which is a really weird feeling to have. Like, I am always present, but some parts of me aren't. Some parts of me are over here. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily, but it's interesting how light is like that too. And yeah, coming in and out of frame. In and out of frame. That's a reference. But I'm not arrogant about references, so I guess I'll just tell everyone. It's a reference to Grimes. A song that's about her, I think. Yeah, I know. And Holla Grimes, I think one day I'm going to shake your hand in real life. Because I want to. And that's my dream that I'm going to manifest somehow. I want to shake Grimes's hand. There. It's out there. Yeah. Foreshadow. Foreshadow that energy. Boop! Ooh. Yeah. So, like, no more fences if we could help it. That would be some hella tight gardening. There could be competition. I mean, there are competitions for gardening, but, like, I think more people would join when you can flat out experience it for yourself. Yeah. I would really like to just walk in a straight line across my subdivision. I want that. I want that. I want that so bad. Maybe it's not realistic. I know. It might not be. But look, if I can make a rainbow room, I think I can make anything possible. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if that's a concrete. What was the main message of this? The main message is why like what are the perks of living in a city versus not, and how are those two experiences different is sort of like the question I'm asking you to think about. And I think the bottom line is that we live in cities so that we can go to a grocery store that is very close to our house. I think that is the bottom line. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I want to get like another shot of this black eye because, I mean, I slammed into that wall. I just was like, poof, and it didn't hurt right away. It hurt later. I put ice on it right away though. I was like, gotta minimize that. How do you see it? Yeah. Look how bad it is. Don't feel bad for me though. It doesn't hurt that bad. I'm okay. I did not break my neck. I just got a bruise. And I don't think I had a concussion at all. Well, I was kind of concerned about that too. But my head what did feel weird and kind of like headachy when I went to bed that night. This happened a couple days ago. Uh, and I was like, I might not wake up. I still fell asleep eventually with that thought percolating in my mind, which is always scary. When you actually think that you might not wake up, it's very scary to go to bed. But, anyways, I did wake up, and so unfortunately that has been reinforced. And now the next time I have that fear, I'm more likely to ignore it, even though I might not, maybe shouldn't. Yeah. So, in and out of frame. And how does that connect to cities? I don't know. Not always being connected to what's going on around me. In fact, often I'm not, even though I see it all. It's a very, I don't know. Maybe that's where my God complex came from. Like, in and out. Me as God, me as Nicole. Me as God, hello! Me as Nicole, hello. Anyways, I just want to show you again, even though it doesn't show up, it doesn't do it justice, you know? Can you see them? They're all over the place. And they change as the light changes, and it's spectacular. Like, and it happens in my bedroom every day now, around between the hours of 4 and 7. And it is a party over here in my cubicle. It's a party of light. I love it. I really do. And, you know, I just want to say this and put this out there, that I love you too. I really do. I love other people. I think that it's amazing that we're here, even though it is very, very difficult some of the time. It is so difficult some of the time. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Oh, there's a rainbow on my face. You can't really see it as a rainbow, but it is. Yeah. It is really kind of crazy that we're here. But also not easy. So pat yourself on the back because job well done. You survived another day. Yeah. And my other thing that I want to manifest with YouTube is I'm going to start my own band somehow. Eventually. I mean, I haven't given myself, like, I haven't done a SMART goal thing where you say by this time, although I should because that does really work well. Give myself a deadline. But it is, I want to create a band. That way I can create my own little tiny micro community where I just invite my friends who play instruments, or anyone who, I mean, a voice is an instrument. Anybody can come and sing. And anyone who wants to come to my house on a certain day of the week, we'll have a potluck. I'll ask you to bring snacks, potluck, healthy snacks, for a healthy mind and spirit, for healthy food. And we can just jam. I don't really know how to jam, but I want to give myself that experience. I want to surround myself with people who want to jam with me. Whether it's good music or not, I think it will be good though. I really do. And we can teach each other. We can teach each other music. We can teach each other music. And that is its own language and its own art form. And art is its own language. And art is really a language that everyone can understand. It's energy, and you can always read energy. Babies can read energy. That's all they know how to read. They can read energy, even when they're new, first day old. That baby can tell if you're stressed or not. That baby knows. And we evolved that way for a very good reason, which is back a long, long time ago, we would be out hunting and gathering, and let's say, I don't know, a grizzly bear is out and about and I notice it, but it doesn't notice me. Well, if I have a newborn baby, you better pray to God that baby doesn't cry and expose our location. Yeah, babies, they're a lot less likely to cry when they sense that the mother that's holding them is stressed. So, for good reason, to stop the grizzly bear from finding us. We both die if the grizzly bear is hungry and is in a mind to attack. Oh, look at that. That's a good picture right there. Look at how the light is coming through my arm. I love that. Yeah, so I can't believe we're here. We here now. Be here, be now. Be here, be now, and be now, be here. We here now. And it is a roller coaster. Sometimes good, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Even though I'm not supposed to swear. Try not to swear. Self-improvement, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, 21 minutes. I thought this was going to be a short one. Okay. Peace out, Girl Scout. I hope you enjoyed. Think about cities. Think about them. Just meditate on a city. You know what's the best city that I've been to? Hiroshima. Hiroshima is so well designed. Every time you turn a corner, you're like, beauty. There's just beauty here. And you know why I think it is? I think it's because Hiroshima got built all at once. Because it got demolished all at once, which is very sad. And not good. But did provide an opportunity to see how a city can be built if it's built all at once and like really well. I mean, those planners were like, we have an opportunity to let our skills really shine, and they did, and it shined. It shined. So I love that city. That city is just it is walkable, and there is beauty in all directions that you look. Everywhere. Beauty everywhere. And people still can get to their jobs, have their doctors, have their grocery stores, have everything that they need day to day for their day-to-day life, and there's still lots of beauty everywhere. And there's a lot of places to sit and talk to people, get to know people. Okay, peace out, Girl Scout. We got this. We really, really do. Have a good day, have a good night. Have good dreams. Have good thoughts about yourself. Have good thoughts about yourself. Focus on the good. Okay. Peace out, Girl Scout.